Hi Liv, I could not find the video. I have no idea who did it. So I'm just going to show you how I put on a corset based on what I learned from those videos. So obviously this part will be a little bit easier for you. Which side is up? Mine has the little tabs on the bottom where you hook the garter belt. So that's how I figured it out. But since yours is an overbust, you don't really have to worry about that. So putting it on, you actually want to start from the second tab from the bottom. Try and hook that one on first. I was actually wearing mine earlier since I sent you the picture, so it's a little bit tighter than I would normally have it if I were just going to have it hung up. So you snap the second one, and then usually the bottom one comes pretty well after that. Then you hook your thumbs behind and just kind of snap them all on. At this point I usually tug it down a little bit because I like to wear mine lower. My floating ribs are not very cooperative all of the time, so it seems to fit a little better that way. Then in the back, as you can see here are the two ties. I don't know how yours are. Mine are tied together like shoestrings. So first step is to just pull it nice and tight. And then you can take these loops and just kind of do a quick tie in the front, just so you can keep track of them. As I mentioned before, I start in the bottom, so you find out where your loops are that you tied in the front, and you kind of start from the first one down, and you slide your thumbs along the inside there, and you pull it tight, and then you do the bottom one last, and then you go back up. That'll kind of loosen it up, and then you can tighten it up from there. And then you can find your loops and then pull it tight again. And then tie it in the front once again because mine came undone. And then you do the same. On the top, I usually start at the top because that doesn't make it quite as tight. And as I mentioned before, it's good to take a nice deep breath when you do it so that you'll have some extra room and you won't be squeezing yourself to death. So you just kind of pull the top two and then find the next set down, tighten it, and then you have one more. And then you find your large loops again, and you pull them out tight. One of the things that I found in the videos is that if you cross it over, so you have the left loop in your right hand and the right loop in your left hand, and just pull it tight this way, it gives you an extra little bit of snugness. And then you just tie it in a bow in the back. The fun part when you want to take it off is finding out which ones are which. So I usually leave the actual bow kind of short, so you can always just find the bottom two and just pull it out. So then as far as taking it off goes, you obviously undo the loop, and then you can either start from the top or bottom. Usually my top feels more constrained, so I start there. So once again, you take your loops, you tie them in the front, and then you can start from the middle and work your way up. So you take the first two and you loosen them up, and then you go up to the next two. I usually pull it out so they're about the same, and then your last couple on top, and then you can kind of shimmy it a little bit, and then do your bottom, and it loosens up pretty easily that way. And you don't have to get it really, really loose when you're taking it off. You just want it to get loose enough so that you can start from the bottom again and try and get the second one off. Usually the very bottom one comes off first, and then it's off. And then when you have it fully off, you want to loosen these up pretty well. And then I usually have it so the laces go in the middle like this and kind of sandwich it, and then you stick it on some pant hooks or hanger, and then you just hang it up, and that's it. So I hope you have fun with your corset, and remember to send me pictures. Bye.